No one talked about this movie, even care about this movie. The movie actually delayed for like an entire years being in the middle of the Disney merger. That is why it's actually a surprise to learn that this movie actually come out in 2020. Huh. Because I thought this movie coming out is old news and was old news. I think this is a very likely to be the final 20th Century Fox X-Men related project, and is definitely a sour note to end on. Well, the basic plot summary is this. Mutant is transferred to an unknown facility after some catastrophic event happen usually associated with their power. They bond with each other in a scene that just doesn't feel earned. And at the climax, they realize the doctor in the facility who is taking care of them is part of a secret group who weaponize mutant. They revolt and fight a giant imagination bear. They win. And just like a typical movie at the end, they repeated the beginning monologue, but now with the foresight of the lesson learned throughout the movie, added something in, and it's definitely a head scratcher. Don't worry, I'll come back to that. Normally, if making a movie about a group of characters, the movie will spend time on each of them so that the audience will get to know the character even for just a little bit. Or all of the character in the group is going to fall flat on the floor. In this movie, they managed to make only one of the character interesting, and she is a side character. And I think the most distracting thing in the movie is I think our main character Danny can't act. I don't know, it's just the way that she deliver her line.
Let me out of here! Get me out of here! Rain!
And after noticing it, it become a distraction for me because I start to notice the way that she walking off the screen. And oh yes, Danny, twinkle her thumb to show that you're worried. You know, like a cartoon character. I think the biggest disappointment for me is the director of this film actually envisioned the film as a R-rated horror movie. When you go back to watch the first trailer, it actually seemed interesting they are going down that road. Now, that idea is actually pretty interesting. But at last, the studio swept in and the R-rated horror flick ideas get scrapped, so they remove every scene with swearing, disturbing images, suggestive material, and thematic element for the final cut. Not only that, the studio also demand the director to reshoot some scene, and because the appearance of the actor have changed since the very first shoot, so it cannot be done, rendering the entire project dead on the track, cannot move forward, so they just stop there and work with what they got. Which is why I feel like the final giant superhero fight scene, like they do in every single superhero film, you just cash it in. It does not have any build up to it, so the studio not only just make this uninteresting, but actually make it bland, which is like the actually worst thing that you can do to a movie. First, I know that X-Men's always supposed to represent the minority demographic, but something that I really like, subtlety. You don't need to tell the audience the character is gay in this way. Yeah, some pretty bad CGI as well. Wait, she can teleport? Why is she trapped? I guess the message of the movie is the simple: the power doesn't define us, what we do with it defines us. but using a very confusing bear analogy.
My father used to tell me that inside every person there are two bears. One bear is all things good, the other is all things evil. I asked him, which one wins? He answered, the one you feed.
So it is extremely unclear at the end what the message is. That is why I'm scratching my head when the southern boy throw away his stone that his father gave him, and after a lot of thinking, I guess he realized that he can use his ability to save people. Wait, I have a better idea. I was explaining that scene with an equally confusing analogy. He literally threw away the rock dragging him down. Quick, say something nice about the movie. The person who watches it with me say the CGI at the end of the fight scene is pretty cool. Yeah, he say that. The girl is pretty cool, I guess.
Zoom in limbo omnipotence!
Yeah, she's the only cool character in the film. Is it scary? I guess it is scary to some people. No, I'm done. I don't have any nice thing to say about this film anymore. So, watching this film made me really nostalgic about something that I used to excite me as a child, and this is how it ends. So I decided maybe I should go back and watch it. Of course, what I'm talking about is the Teen Titan episode 059 Hide and Seek, another story that's featuring another imagination bear. And in the show, I like the dynamic of Raven and the three kids, and it's a proper setup and payoff for the bear being real at the end, because at first it's just a joke.
What are you doing in here?
Bobby couldn't fit in our car. Bobby just saved us!
And so you know you have a problem if a 23 minutes cartoon have a better build up than the movie. You know you've done F up. Thank you for everyone to watch this video to the end. And if you want more of this, you can consider subscribing and ringing the bell. And thanks for that.